the potential of Nepalis and has the courage to dream big. Today we plant the seed of a culture that not only respects the elders, but also a culture that respects, trusts, and mentors our youth. For in the rising tide of the Nepali youth, in their can-do spirit, in their honesty and integrity, and in their critical mass, we see a great potential flamed by genuine desire to give back to Nepal. We envision a movement that can tap the potential of fast-growing Nepali population in this country and around the world. This movement will leverage the increasing network and net worth of the Nepali people to help our brothers and sisters back home in a meaningful and sustainable manner. But above all, we seek to change the culture of Nepali people from one of complacency and complaining from the sidelines to an active participant that steps out of our comfort zones and expands our circles of influence. We hope to convert skeptics into believers and believers into activists. We start today by taking the first steps with Walk for Nepal. While it is good to assimilate into the American culture, as we must, it is important that we do not forget where we come from. Whether you hold a Nepali passport or an American passport, our Nepali-pon is undeniable. Yo man ta mero Nepali ho. We are ultimately tied to the nation that gave birth to us with an unbreakable umbilical cord. And like all immigrant communities, we must water the roots of the trees that we sprang from. We must instill in our children from early childhood a sense that they must give back to their community. So when they grow up, philanthropy becomes second nature to them. I can vouch for it. For I stand here today because of the values my father instilled in me through his selfless service to his country without seeking fame and fortune. I know many of you went out of your way to come here today. I begged some of you, I forced some of you, and I pleaded some of you till I lost my voice. Maybe you gave up a music lesson for your daughter and a baseball lesson for your son. Maybe you changed your own plans to do something else. But it is all worth it. Because today, we are working for those who have nothing to give up. No parents to take them to baseball games, and no dreams to dream of, and no schedules to adjust. Life is certainly not easy for anyone, but some of our brothers and sisters know nothing but difficulty. Not because of their own faults and weaknesses, but because of where they were born. In the real world, not everyone is born equal. We need to change that. And today, you can become that agent of change by working for Nepal. Let us pledge that from now on, we will set aside one day every year and come together to work for Nepal. We will walk in Boston. We will walk in New York. We will walk in San Francisco and every city where Nepalis live. We work for the Dalits and the Badi people of Nepal, and for all others who are not allowed to drink from the same fountain that you and I drink from, not allowed to worship the same gods in the same temples as we do. We work for them, not out of pity, but because it is their inalienable right, whether it is written in our constitution or not.
Yeah.
We work for the 6-year-olds, the 7-year-olds, and the 10-year-olds, and all other women from Nepal sold into prostitution in India. Imagine the horror of a child gang raped by dozens of men in the dark room of one of Mumbai's red light districts, and nobody hears a cry for help. Not you, not me, not even God. And in despair, she proclaims that day that her God died for her. It is time to revive her God, and that God lives in each of you. We love our sons and daughters, nephews and nieces like it's nobody's business. If they want something, we give it to them. If they cry, we wipe their tears. We dream about what they might become. Doctors, engineers, scientists, and whatnot. But today, we work for the children who don't have these privileges. We work for the street children who don't have anyone to wipe their tears. We work for children whose parents are so poor that they cannot send them to school. If we want Nepal and Nepalese to prosper, our goodness must extend beyond our immediate family. Our energy must expand outside our careers and spill over to the causes that are larger than us. It is not difficult to do. Drink 1 beer less a month and donate that amount to a charity that is close to your heart. For in reality, your ability to give has more to do with how big your heart is than how deep your wallet is.